Good morning, children. Welcome you all to today's science class. Children, at the end of our previous video, I have asked you some questions. I hope you solved them. Now, you can check your answers. First question was, what is matter? Answer is, anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. And every object is made up of matter. Second question was, which state of matter has definite shape and volume? Answer is, solid state of matter has definite shape and volume. Solid state of matter has definite shape and volume. Third question was, what do you understand by molecules? Answer is, matter is made up of very tiny particles, and that particles are called molecules. Every matter is made up of very tiny particles, and that particles are called molecules. Okay, I hope you understood the answers. Now, in previous video, we have studied about matter, molecules, different states of matters, arrangement of molecule in solid, liquid and gaseous state. And today we are going to study about how matter changes its state. Today's topic is how matter changes its state. We put wet cloths outside in the sun for drying. So where does the water from the cloths go? And when we put water on the ice tray and put it in the freezer of the fridge, it changes into ice. Thus, matter changes from one state to another. How does it happen? It happens because of the molecules of matter. Matter changes its form or state by various processes such as evaporation, condensation, boiling and freezing, etc. Okay, we will study about these different processes by which matter changes its state by various processes. These processes are evaporation, condensation, boiling and freezing. So first of all, we are going to study about evaporation. Children, when water is heated, it changes into vapor, and vapor is a gas. Water is liquid, and when water is heated, it changes into vapor. When water is heated, the molecules of water move faster. And they start moving apart. As they move from each other, the intermolecular force of attraction becomes weaker. And when this force weakens, further the molecule move more freely, and thus water changes to vapor. And thus this process through which the liquid means water, turn to vapor on heating is called evaporation. Water is liquid and water vapor is a gas. When we heated the water change into water vapor, and this process of changing of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Okay, I hope you understood what is the evaporation. Evaporation is the process through which liquids turn to water vapor by heating, and this process is called evaporation. Okay, come to the next point, condensation. When vapors is allowed to cool down, the molecular energy and movement of the molecule reduce. All the molecules start coming closer to each other. Resultantly, the molecular force of attraction increases. When the molecule of water come closer to each other, the intermolecular force of attraction increases and vapors start getting converted to water. Thus, steam changes to water on cooling. And this process of changing of vapor to liquid through cooling is called condensation. We can see when we keep ice in the bottle, outside of the glass we can see the droplets of water. From where these droplets come from? The steam or water vapor which are present in atmosphere get cooled on because of that ice and stuck to the outside of glass. And this process of changing of vapor means gas vapor is a gas, and when these vapors change to liquid on cooling, this process is called condensation. The same happens to the steam when it touches the cold lid of the container, and these vapors or steam cool and molecule come closer, changing back to water. Condensation is just opposite action of evaporation, opposite process. In evaporation, the liquid water change into gaseous state on heating, and this process is called evaporation. Just opposite to that, in condensation, the water vapors means gaseous form of water change into liquid on cooling, and this process is called condensation. Okay, now melting. Children, you might have seen melting butter or ghee on the hot pan in the kitchen. How do solids change in liquids? When heated, the molecule of solid start moving away from each other, and the intermolecular force of attraction between them reduce, and the solid changes to liquid. This process is called melting. You might have seen ice melting when taken out from refrigerator. You can see in the picture also the ice is melting, and ice is a solid and it changes its state, solid state to liquid, and this process of changing of solid into liquid is called melting. Process of changing solid into liquids, and this process is called melting. Next, freezing. When water cools, the molecule movement and the energy reduce. The molecules come closer. When water cools, the molecules of water come closer. As they come close, the intermolecular force of attraction between them packs the molecule tightly, and thus water changes to solid, ice, and this process is called freezing. Okay. Now observe the matter changes its state. See, the gas or vapors on gas or vapors on condensation means on cooling get changed into liquid, and liquid on heating, when we heated the liquids, it change into gases. This process is called evaporation. When liquid change into gases on heating, this process is called evaporation. And when gases on cooling change into liquid, this process is called condensation. Okay. When the solid on heating change into liquids, this process is called melting. And when liquids get changed into solid, and that process of changing of liquid into solid on cooling is called freezing. Okay, now when solid change into gases, this process is called sublimation. And when gases directly change into solid on cooling, this process is called deposition. For example of sublimation, when we heat camphor is a solid, and when we heated it, it directly changed into gases, and this process of changing of solid directly into the gas, it is called sublimation. And when gases without change in liquid directly change into solid, this process is called deposition. Okay, I hope you understood this. You can see another picture. Gases on on cooling change into liquids. Liquids on heating change into gases, and this process is called evaporation. And when liquid solid change into liquid on heating, this process is called melting. And when liquid change into solid on cooling, this process is called freezing. And when the solid change into gaseous form without going liquid, this process is called sublimation. And when the gases or vapors are directly changed into solid on cooling, this process is called deposition. Okay, that's all about the different process which help in changes the states of matter. Children, now give some answers of this question. The first question for you is, when cooled, the molecules of substance come closer or move apart or both? When cooled, the molecules of substance come closer because intermolecular force of attraction increase and they come closer to each other. Next question is, if you boil water, the molecular movement will be increases, decreases, or remain the same? If we boil the water, intermolecular movement will be increases. Okay. And third question is, in ice, the force of attraction between the molecule is dash as compared to water. Options are given here: more, less or same. Ice is a solid state and water is liquid state. So in solid state, the intermolecular force of attraction is between the molecule is more. So and in the blank you can write more. In ice, the force of attraction between the molecule is more as compared to water. Fourth question. The changing of solid to liquid on heating is called melting. Option C. Changing of solid to liquid. I have already told you. Example is melting of butter or ghee on hot pan. Butter is solid, but when we put it on the hot pan, it change into liquid. So the changing of solid to liquid on heating is called melting. Okay. Now come to the next point, children. Expansion and contraction of matter. Children, we have seen the molecular movement in the matter increases on heating. You can see in the picture when we heat anything, the molecular movement in matter increases and the heated molecule need more space to move. Thus, the size of matter increases, and this increases in size of matter on heating is called expansion. Increase in size of matter on heating is called expansion. You must have noticed that sometimes the lid of a bottle get jumped in and too tight to open. If we heat up the lid, it open easily. You can see in the picture the lid of the kettle get jumped because of steam there. So this, if we heat up the, this is because of heating. The lid expand and opens up easily. And this process of increase in size on heating is called expansion. Expansion means when we heated the matter, on heating the matter increase its size, and this is called expansion. Expansion of matter. Okay. And you can do one activity here. Okay. The expansion of matter and contraction of matter we can explain. I will explain with the help of one activity. Children, take an empty glass bottle, balloon and cold water in beaker. Stretch the balloon on the mouth of the bottle, as you can see in the picture. Stretch the balloon on the mouth of the bottle. Now dip the bottle in cold water. Now dip this bottle in cold water. See here. After few minutes you will see the balloon droops down. See. Now heat the water. Now this bottle you can keep in hot water. Now heat the water and the beaker, and again put the bottle in hot water for few minutes. Now you will see the balloon getting blow a little. You can see. Can you explain why this happened? Children, when matter is cooled, the molecular movement decreases and they come closer to each other, and the molecule comes closer, the intermolecular force of attraction between them increases and size of matter reduces, and so that in cold water the size of the balloon drops. In cold water the size of the balloon is deflated there, but and this process of decrease in size of matter on cooling is called contraction. The process of decrease in size of any matter on cooling is called contraction. Okay, and when we put this bottle in hot water, the balloon inflated. This increased size of balloon on heating is called expansion. You can do this activity at home. That's all. I hope you understood expansion of matter and contraction of matter. Expansion means increase in size of any matter on heating. It's called expansion. And contraction means decrease in size of matter on cooling. And this process is called contraction. Okay. Now, children, let's have a quick recap. Whatever we have studied in this lesson. Okay. First of all, what is matter? Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Matter is made up of very tiny particles, and that particles are called molecules. The intermolecular space and the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of matter decide the states of matter. You know that if in solid state the intermolecular spaces are very less and intermolecular force is very more, and that is why the solids have definite shape and volume. So, intermolecular spaces and intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of matter decide the states of matter. The water gets converted to water vapor on heating. This process is called evaporation. The changing of vapors to liquid on cooling, this process is called condensation. Changing of water vapor to liquid on cooling, this process is called condensation, and the changing of solid matter to liquid on heating is called melting, and the changing of liquid to solid on cooling is called freezing. When the matter is heated, it increases in size, and this is called expansion of matter. When matter is heated, it increases in size, and this increases in size, the process is called expansion of matter. And when matter is cooled, it decreases in size, and this process is called contraction of matter. When any matter is cooled, it decreases in size. This is called contraction of matter. Okay, that's all about this lesson. In next video, I'll give you some book exercise and we will do question and answers. Okay, that's all for today, children. Have a good day.